Of course, out running errands again and wanted to spend some time with you. I had this experience, and I call it the sunburn effect. As a mom to adult kids, well, even teenagers up to adults, don't you find that we have lots of wisdom to continue to impart to our children, but they are less and less likely to accept it? Of course, they're trying to seek their own autonomy and independence, and they want to figure things out on their own. But there's just some things, that having lived for nearly 60 years, that I just have more experience with. Anyway, my daughter is extremely independent and headstrong, stubborn, maybe. But I remember I was like that and can be still. And she's just a beautiful soul. And I don't judge her for that. And I actually admire her spiritedness. Um, but she definitely wants to figure things out on her own. And that's been a little hard for me when I see her stepping into something even small, where I think that if she did it a little differently, that she could be happier, more at peace, or it'd work out better. And recently, we had an outing as a family, where we were going to be out in the sun all day. Like, the sun was beating down. It was one of the hottest days we had had so far. And of course, all of our skin is kind of used to the winter months. And I had put sunscreen on, a hat, and glasses. And she showed up as cute as could be, honestly, in a tank top, clearly no sunscreen, and no hat, and no glasses. And I just mentioned, hey, I brought an extra hat and sunscreen if you could use them. No, I'm good. And I wanted to say more, but I just felt this little nudge like, oh, this is one of those moments where I can give her some independence. And I said, oh, okay. Well, she had the worst sunburn, honestly, of her life. That doesn't make me happy. But this is the sunburn effect that, like, I just noted, and it's helped me be a better mom to my adult kids, is that, okay, so the next day she asked for aloe vera and ice and what to do. And, I kind of helped her through the process. And she didn't complain. She just took matters into her own hands. And then about a week later, we were going out to do something again outside. And she was putting on sunscreen and her glasses and her hat without me even saying anything. And I thought to myself, yes, that needed to happen in her life. I know it's a small thing, but she needed to suffer as a consequence of her choices and lack of preparedness in order to learn how to do things the more prudent way in the future. And it wouldn't have mattered how much I tell her. She had to experience that. And I remember this concept in school called vicarious learning. You know what that means? You could probably decipher it, but it basically means there are some people that can learn by watching others go through something vicariously. And some of us are not good at that. Some of us need to experience it firsthand. And it was a lesson to me. This whole sunburn thing was a lesson to me. It's okay to let our kids experience a certain level of discomfort and pain. In fact, it's advantageous sometimes. And it has helped me. I love them dearly, and I never want them to hurt or struggle. So maybe sometimes I'm a little too vocal. So this has helped me. This has helped me to keep my mouth shut and just sort of lead by example and allow them to stumble and fall and experience life, even when it's not the most comfortable, because sometimes that's the way we learn. And I'm certainly seeing that in my daughter. And I just wanted to run that by you. If you're, kind of in my age, almost 60, and kids are grown, especially even the teenage years, they can be even more rebellious than young adults. How are you doing with parenting these kiddos that are now independent and capable? And how do you handle it when you feel like you see them doing something that might hurt them or be uncomfortable or lead down the wrong path? I need feedback on that. And I know there are people out there that have more experience. So my kids are 25, 23, and 19, 22 and 19. And so I'm relatively new to this whole independent kiddo thing. So tell me some of the things that you do to, you know, parent your kiddos in a way that helps them feel loved and cared for, but not smothered. I would love your feedback on that. All right. I'm almost at Hobby Lobby. I'm going there again today to take back some stuff I got the other day, and then of course an Amazon return. But I so appreciate you joining the conversation, listening to me, and then joining the conversation. And any advice you can give me, I would love to hear. So, all right, go enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon.